everybody, welcome back to another lesson in my Czerny's Opus 599 for solo learners. In this video we're going to learn number 25. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. Also, I offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. And if you'd like to get this special edition of Czerny's Opus 599 specifically for solo learners, links are going to be below too. So number 25 introduces bigger chords and stretchier positions for both hands. The right hand staccato chords need a lot of vertical movement and lots of energy, and the chords need to be crisp and accurate, but not too strong. We don't want them to be extremely heavy, but we want them to be firm. And this can be really challenging, especially for a longer time, because many of the chords could fall out of position, could get tense, could become inaccurate. The left hand accompaniment is a special kind of broken chord pattern where the first two notes of the chord are played together, followed by the top note of the chord. So we're basically doing a rotation in the left hand from the bottom to the top notes, and that again needs a lot of flexibility and freedom of the hand. Let's start with the right hand, the first two lines, which is the first section. We're still in C major, common time 4/4, and both hands are notated in the treble clef, so we're still around the middle C and right hand an octave above. The first chord is a C major chord, 1, 3, 5. And remember, every time you play a chord, you want to make sure the hand is rounded, the fingers are curved and supported, the wrist feels very soft and free. You shouldn't feel any tension in your wrist or in your fingers. It should be a nice rounded motion, and the staccatos should feel very energetic and bouncy. Now, the problem when we have three notes or even more is that we have to make sure they go down perfectly together. Many times you hear chords like this, or where basically one finger doesn't play or they don't go down all together at the same time. So all the fingers are different lengths, and you need to concentrate and round the hand in a way that you can get all three together. And the third one is held. So the third one is a half note, and the first two we call this forearm staccato because the hand is bouncing up with energy. It's not a wrist staccato, it's not finger staccato, it's forearm staccato because we need the energy of the entire body. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The second chord is C major again, but inverted. The C goes to the top. So E, G, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have a G7 chord, F, G, B, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, when you have two note slurs, make the first one a little bit stronger and the second one lighter. So strong, light. We go back to a C major chord and then G, E. Second line, bar 5, we have an F major chord, an inversion, C, F, A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, C major, and then we have a beautiful legato scale, 5-note scale in eighth notes, so 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. So we've got three slurs. Make sure to lift up the hand between the slurs to separate them and count your eighth notes. And that was the right hand. So it's all about accuracy of the staccatos and feeling that freedom, softness in the wrist and the hand. If you get tension, you need to stop and see where it's coming from. The left hand technically is the same all the way through. So if you can play one bar, you know the rest is just a different chord. So it's really an accompaniment for the right hand melody. The first bar is a C major chord, C, E, G. Let's play through the chords. Well, actually, let's go right with the pattern. So we're going to play the bottom two notes together and alternating with the thumb, but legato, so it needs to be connected. Now again, the danger here, the same things apply, rounded hand, rounded fingers, soft wrist, but here we need a bit of rotation between the outer edges of the hand. So getting these two notes down perfectly together, and then one onto the G and back. And the quicker you do that, the more flexible you need to be. And if there's any tension there, that's going to build up very quickly. So you'll notice it instantly. And two more things. Obviously, it's all eighth notes. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's the accompaniment, so it needs to be much quieter than the right hand chords so we can really hear the melody. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and F major chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C chord. 3, 4, G major, B, D, G, C, and jumping down to G, B, D. And that's the first section. So make sure you learn really well both hands separately because they do something completely different. The right hand is playing blocked chords in a very staccato, energetic manner, and the left hand is playing broken chords in a lighter but more legato way, and two hands are going to be very independent from a technical point of view. Now when you put it together, again you need accuracy between the two hands so the beats fall at the same time on the piano, but the staccatos need to bounce while your left hand is connecting the notes. So make sure the left hand doesn't become detached or staccato. Okay, so making sure the left hand stays connected. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3. Let's go on to the second section. So the technique is the exact same, but we have slightly different chords. Let's start with the right hand. Both hands are going to be quite stretchy because we've got full seventh chords, which means we have to play 4 notes at the same time. So D, F, G, B, 1, 2, 3, 5. Make sure all 4 notes go down together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here we have a slur, but obviously we can't do a full legato because one note is being repeated, the E. So we need to lift up the hand, but we imagine there is a slur connecting those 2 notes, so we hold them as long as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. So again we have the 8th notes, the quavers. The first one is outlining a C major arpeggio and the second one is a 5-note scale. Left hand starting with the G7 chord, G, D, F, quite a stretchy position. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C, 2, 3, 4. Back to G7. And now to the starting C position. F chord, C chord, inverted C chord, G7 chord, and C. Hands together. And that's the end. So a really good workout for big chords, both in legato and staccato form, blocked and broken, coordination between the 2 hands, and lots of practice and focus to make sure the chords are all really, really accurate and we can also hear the melody in the right hand.